In the ancient valley of Obaudene, stories lived longer than people did, and one of those stories began on a bright morning when the ceremonial drum called the entire village to the shrine. Every seventh season, the elders chose 3 maidens to serve as brides of the oracle. Their service kept the land fertile, the rivers steady, and the harvest plentiful. It was not a marriage of romance, but one of duty and honor. The first name was called Obidia. Tall, stern Obidia stepped forward, as if she'd always known fate would choose her. The second name followed. Nkem. Small, trembling Nkem walked forward, clutching her beads like a lifeline. Then came the final name. Amara. A hush fell. Amara, the potter's daughter, looked up, dust still clinging to her fingers from shaping clay. She bowed and joined the others, but her heart was already somewhere beyond the square. For beyond the cassava fields, at the edge of the forest, waited Chike, the hunter's apprentice. Barefoot, restless, with a promise burning in his chest. Many evenings beneath the mango trees, he had told Amara, "When I finish my apprenticeship, I will build us a hut. My father will bring the kola nuts, and before the next rainy season, our children will argue under our roof." Amara always laughed, but she believed him. But fate had spoken through the elders, and duties did not bend for young hearts. That night, the chosen brides were taken to the preparation hut. Their hair was oiled, their skin dusted with camwood, coral beads wrapped around wrists and ankles. Obidia whispered, "Accept your fate. The land survives because we obey." But Amara's eyes stayed fixed on the door. When the final cooking fires died, she slipped into the night. Past sleeping goats, past clay pots cooling in the moonlight, past shrine stones where ancestors listened without judgment, and into the forest, into Chike's arms. "You came," he breathed. "Then we run." Under a broken moon sky, they fled to Chike's uncle's abandoned hunting shed. They shared roasted cocoyam and dreams. For 3 days, they lived on hope alone. But in the village, the wells dipped lower. The wind turned dry. Leaves curled on their branches. "The oracle is displeased," the elders cried. "The brides must be 3. Fear turned to murmurs. Murmurs turned to blame. And though no curse struck like in old tales, the villagers felt the weight of imbalance. On the 4th morning, a curious boy gathering snails near the forest whispered to Chike and Amara, "If you don't return, the elders will send hunters, and then there will be no peace at all." That night, Amara lay awake, staring through gaps in the shed roof at the slow-moving stars. Her heart beat for Chike, yes, but also for her mother, her siblings, her village. Love taught her to run. Responsibility asked her to walk back. At sunrise, Amara pressed her forehead against Chike's. "Walk with me," she said. So they did, not running, not hiding, but walking side by side into the village square. Villagers froze. The elders gathered. Obidia and Nkem looked at Amara with something between relief and worry. Before anyone could speak, Chike stepped forward. If the oracle demands service, then let me serve with her. Let me take up the duties. Let me help keep the land balanced. The elders murmured. Never before had a man offered to serve as bride of the oracle. But Nkem spoke first. The oracle needs 3 servants. It did not ask for 3 maidens. Even Obidia nodded. Service is service. The land cares only that the work is done. After much debate and much head shaking, the oldest elder lifted his staff. The oracle keeps the land keeps the people. If 4 hearts serve instead of 3, we lose nothing. And so they served. Chike swept the shrine courtyard at dawn. Amara tended the altar fires. Obidia taught the rituals. Nkem led the songs. The rains returned. The wells filled. The yams grew fat in their mounds. When the season ended, the elders released all 4. And that very same afternoon, Chike's father arrived at Amara's father's compound, carrying kola nuts, palm wine, and a proud smile. Before the next rainy season, a small hut stood near the mango trees, its walls painted with symbols of clay and harvest. And on many evenings, the voices of 2 stubborn children argued beneath its roof, just as Chike once promised. And the people of Obaudene told the story not as a warning, but as proof that sometimes love and duty can walk together if born the chance. A story does not end when the final words are spoken. It lives on through those who choose to carry it. If please do not let it fade to black. Like, share, and subscribe for more story tales like this.